Third-Party Rights by Gabrielle Krakis. In Chapter 17, it talks about the rights and duties of the different parties in the contract. Usually a contract is a private agreement between all the parties. These parties both have rights and liabilities under that certain contract. This is usually called the privity of contract. This is a third party, someone who isn't a part of the contract but is a liable source. Since they have no part of the contract, they tend to not have rights under the contract. Of course, like lots of things, there are certain exceptions. The one exception is it does not recover certain damages. In one contract called the bilateral contract is where two parties that have similar rights and actions, and this means one has the right to require while the other can perform the task. In order to transfer contractual rights to a third party, it is called an assignment, whereas contractual duties to a third party is a delegation. Both the contractual rights and duties don't occur until after the original contract is made. Assignments, which is to transfer contractual rights to a third party. Assignments play a very important role because it is often used in many different forms of business. One example is a bank, which is a lending/loan type of company. They tend to have rights to receive payments under that loan contract to other companies. A delegation. A delegation is to transfer contractual duties to a third party. Technically, duties aren't assigned, but delegated. The one who receives the duties is called the delegatee, whereas the one who sends the duties is called the delegator. The delegator is still and must help perform these certain tasks. One thing about delegations is no specific form is required, and to perform and send out duties, as long as a delegator shows interest, it usually is always successful. Third-party beneficiary. This is when both parties agree with one another that the contract should benefit the third party. This also makes the beneficiary have legal rights, now making them able to sue each other. The promisor. The promisor is usually only in a bilateral contract. This is when both parties in the contract make promises. Therefore, the court has to decide which promise benefits the third party. Whoever wins, the person is the promisor. There are two types of different beneficiaries. The first is a creditor beneficiary. This is when the beneficiary is getting the debt paid for. The second beneficiary is a doned beneficiary. A doned beneficiary is when the contract expresses the purpose of giving a gift to the third party. The most common type of doned beneficiary is a life insurance contract. The end.